What's up, world? YouTube, social media, the World Wide Web, www, the internet. Um, if somebody happens to share this, if it's on Facebook, Instagram, um, yeah, what's poppin'? This is Tori, aka Wet Dirt. Welcome to another installment of 1 to 1827, where I am providing video journal evidence, if you will, of my walk for the next 5 years to become my best version, touch a million people, whether it be song, music, book writing, motivational speaking. Yeah. Anyway, today's been going pretty positive. Been out hustling around, working. I do DoorDash when I'm not doing yard work. We had a little bit of snow. Weather's been kind of weird. So this week I've been doing pretty much DoorDash full time. I've been going around this beautiful city of Kansas City, Kansas, here in Wyandotte County, and meeting some great people, seeing some great local businesses, understanding slowly but surely understanding the kind of the vibe of this city. I've been out here since February. So, I think a blessing in me doing what I'm doing right now, it's giving me a chance to kind of get out, stretch my legs out, being around some people, different vibes. And I'm noticing that it's just a lot of good, hardworking people out here, trying to be creative and come up with ways of taking care of themselves and their families. And it's a cool little community out here that I never really thought was like this. I lived in Overland Park, Kansas. I moved out here maybe 15, 16 years ago. And I didn't come out to this part very often. But now that I've been out here for quite some time, it's not even been a long time. It's been about 7 months. But the last month, the last 3 to 4 weeks has been very positive, man. I just felt like I'm, a part of this city, even though it's a new experience for me. I notice, when I go around certain areas, people, show me respect and love and make me feel like I'm at home, make me actually feel like I'm back in Oakland, man. And I definitely appreciate that. So if anybody is catching this video and you are in this area, peace and love to you. I've been seeing some really good chicken spots out here, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's some folks putting it down out here. I think I'm one of the world's greatest chicken wing makers, but I'm running into folks out here that can give me a run for my money, man. So I gotta step my game up and come up with some different recipes and be a little bit more creative with what I do. But anyway, today I just want to build on just keeping a positive vibe and allowing certain things to come into your midst. Yesterday I was kind of down when I really started thinking about certain things, aspects of my life that I didn't really care too much for. But you know what? The only way a person can cure an ailment is the first thing they got to do is identify it and find out what it is that can be the ailment. Once they identify the ailment, then you get into action on how to conquer or alleviate the pain or do whatever it is that you have to do through strategic planning, goal setting, and understanding that um, you can't fix years and years of a way that you act overnight. You know, I don't know if I use this analogy, but it's going to be kind of weird. But, if you take a hustler who's been in the streets and, you know, selling dope and doing whatever he has to do to get by uh, from, let's say, the age of 13 all the way up until he's 25, and then you give him, a record deal, or he's able to get into the league, NBA, or if he's able to do whatever it is, he just doesn't automatically stop being that hustler as soon as he signs a contract and they give him a bunch of money. It takes a process of a person learning how to come into this new type of life that has that's definitely been a part of him, because if it wasn't a part of him, he wouldn't have been able to get to that record deal, or he wouldn't have been able to get through college to go to the NBA. So there has to be sort of like a grace period, if you will, of learning a new way of life and a new way of thinking. So when he turns the corner, it's a gradual turn and it's a curve, instead of just trying to go at it and turn straight. Because if you go at it and make that sharp turn, 9 times out of 10, when you make a mistake, you might fall back, you might get in a pinch, and the only way you know how to get it is the way you got it, which you're trying to come out of that. So I use that analogy a lot when I'm describing, or I think about that analogy a lot when I'm, seeing certain things about me that I want to improve, and I look at how long I've been practicing this particular thought process, and not being too hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that once, when you're on a different path, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be ways where things can go out of pocket. And when the pressure gets on, the only thing people do is revert back to whom they are in the beginning, until they've been able to come with time and patience and relearning to get that new mindset. So, basically, when I used to deal with Herbalife years ago, there was this guy named Garen Jones, who was really a big top salesman. And I actually thought he was related to me. We had the same last name, and he kind of had the same type of vibe that I would have. But one of his slogans, he was such a successful person in Herbalife. I mean, he's probably still doing it. I don't know if he's still doing it or not. He could have transitioned that into something different now. But one of his slogan was, change your mind, change your life. And that's a very difficult thing, but it's not impossible. If you change your mindset on certain things, if you begin to constantly tell yourself, I can, instead of I can't, if you constantly say, well, how can I accomplish this, instead of I don't believe I can, or I don't know how to, just changing the words, changing your vocabulary in subtle ways, and rethinking and retraining yourself to do that. Over a period of time, repetition will kick in. Your subconscious will begin to understand that, hey, this person keeps telling me I'm gonna be a millionaire. This person, he keeps telling me that I'm gonna have this job. He keeps telling me he wants to be a better person. He keeps telling me that he wants to be healthier. He keeps telling me. So pretty soon, when the subconscious really gets that message and it sinks in, then the outside of what you do will become more, it'll transform into more of what you really are on the inside. But sometimes, like I said, it takes repetition, and then it takes time, it takes patience, and most importantly, like I said, we have to be gentle with ourselves. That sounds weird, but it's very true. We have to give ourselves some space, give ourselves some time, and understand that, you know, we are works in process, works in progress, and um, it's going to be all right. So, with that being said, I really thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not going to keep you much longer. Um, I want everybody to have a great day. It's Friday. Um, have a good weekend. If you got kids, hug your kids. If you got loved ones, hug your loved ones, and stay positive, man. But remember, it takes time. Be patient. Work the grind slow, and you will get to your destination wherever you put that dot. If you keep working at it, you will get there. Peace.